am not recording.
So,
We should reread
if I'm
the.
gonna reread this is gonna take a long
Not the
time.
whole thing, just
That's
like the
fine.
last paragraph or something.
I'll just do the last
Or
one.
like the dialogue. Just do like the dialogue.
Okay, so give me a moment to get my thing open, and I will wait. What the? Okay,
This music is very spookers.
this was actually when Why is this here? Okay. I accidentally moved the relationship chart like way over.
I do that all the time.
Okay, so where we last left our heroes, well, if you're counting heroes, really, and who really is the hero here right now? If you want to consider Henderson, and that's okay, but basically Tomo was like, "Yo, I'm not who you think I am. I want to protect you, Dad, and I want to get your life back." And then he talked a little bit about Dan being all nice and stuff. That's a really bad thing. Okay. So, Hender Dad, I think it's your go.
You want to just reread like your last little paragraph?
Yeah, I can do that. Tomo, and you're the one I want to protect the most. You're a father and your son is missing, along with your wife. I want to help you get that back. Now, I don't expect you want me, of all people, to do it, since I'm a ticking time bomb of violence. You probably don't want me near your family at all, but I'm always willing to help someone get their life back.
So Henderson takes a moment to sort of figure out what he wants to say, and he's like, "Tomo, you have not been acting like that at all.
I'm
You're
aware of this. Kind of like,
you're aware of it."
he's like, Tomo's like, yeah. He's just like, he kind of looks like, you know when, you know when you're like getting in trouble for something, and then he has that look. He's got that look, and he's just like staring at the floor, and he like scratches the back of his head. He's like, I'm aware I don't act like that. I don't act like that, but I know inside I do. I don't show it.
Tomo, we're fighting for our lives here. If you can't do it in action, inside doesn't count for much.
Tomo kind of like sighs, and he's just like, I've been throwing myself in danger because that's my form of keeping all of you alive and keeping your lives the way they should be, alive. I don't need to live, Henderson. I've seen a lot, I've done a lot, you haven't, and neither has anybody else here.
He sort of looks at Tomo and he's like, "Tomo, I'm 10 years older than you."
He's like, yeah, but you haven't had to kill a man. I
No,
have.
I haven't. And the fact that you keep bringing that up is not, so you've only killed one person, you say.
Tomo's like, he puts one hand on like the nearest book, and he's like, I swear on whatever life you want me to swear on that I only killed one person. He's like, at this point, he has like a really desperate look on his face.
Then what was that last night about, not having killed something in so long?
Tomo kind of like the second he hears him talking about that, he just kind of like puts his hand in his, like, he puts his forehead in his hand, and he's like, yeah, remember that voice I was talking about?
No, you have not said anything about voice.
No, Tomo mentioned it.
He did?
Yeah.
Voice. Control F
It's
voice.
Here, it's highlighted in that thing. Oh, wait.
I hear things like voice. Okay.
Yeah.
It's voice telling me to completely annihilate that list. Okay.
Yeah.
So sorry, I just lost our place a little bit.
Yeah, it's okay.
It happens.
He's. But the voice is a part of you. You know, that's. I mean, it still has the same end result, doesn't it?
Tomo kind of like looks up and he's like, "What are you talking about?"
I mean, whether it's a voice or you, it still ends up with you, uh, killing things.
Tomo's like, when I killed that guy, I kind of made an internal thing with me, like I wouldn't kill anything unless I absolutely had to. This voice, on the other hand, kind of came out when Dan died, I'd say. I kind of went a little crazy after that. Not crazy like last night, I just was really bitter towards everybody after that. He just kind of like looks at the ground and he's just like, I don't really say this a lot, but I'm sorry. He just like looks up. He's got like a really sad look on his face.
Henderson takes like a deep breath and he's like, "You're going to get one of us killed."
Tomo's like, the way I was acting last night, definitely. But the way I'm going to be acting from now on, definitely not. He's like, Tomo kind of like looks around and he's like, you know, I've done a little reflecting and I'm really guilty about everything. And I just kind of just want to start over again. And he's like, kind of like, I guess I could say that Sal kind of knocked some sense into me last night. And then he kind of like points to his nose and he's just like, I guess I kind of deserved this for being a total antisocial douchebag. If I would have just told you guys from the beginning, maybe this wouldn't have gotten to this point. Well, maybe it wouldn't have, but maybe it would have, but
it's not. I mean, it's not just the killing, but I mean the killing. I'd rather you not.
He's like, yeah, I wish I wouldn't have done that either, Henderson. Believe me.
And he's like, you. And he's trying to sort of gather himself. I'm also trying to figure out exactly what he's trying to say.
I guess this makes sense because Henderson's probably like all flustered and stuff from hearing all this.
Yes, he is.
Okay.
He's like, you are telling me that you hear voices in your head that you've been killing, not necessarily people, but killing since you were 9, and you want me to just look over that.
He's like, I'm not telling you to look over this. I'm telling you to keep an eye on me so that I don't do any of this again. Because believe me, I don't want to do anything like this again.
How do you expect me to do that?
Tomo kind of like looks at him and he's like, well, I'll tell you how. And he kind of like rests his chin in his hand and he's just like, now that I'm going to be a little bit more, how do I say it, reasonable, I'm probably going to be listening to you more.
I mean, you were told to listen to me and you still didn't. I'm not sure you really, I mean, respect me. I don't.
Tomo's like, oh no, I do respect. I respect all of you here, but
we've exchanged maybe 6 words since you got here. I don't. know you.
Tomo's like, yeah, I'm not good at talking to people. I need to get better at that. Kind of like, it's like a really kind of nervous look, and he's just like, he just kind of like, he's trying to get words, but he just can't. And then he's just like, I guess what I'm trying to say is that what I just want you to know that now that I'm aware that I was a total asshat, I am going to be a lot more reasonable, and I'm going to talk a lot more to people. It's just going to take a lot of work. And because you have a family, you could probably tell me a thing or two about talking to people.
Maybe not, but
He's like, yeah, I kind of figured that.
I don't. You. I don't know if you really. Ugh. He sort of tapers off like that.
What are you saying? He's kind of like squints.
I will be keeping my eye on you, but don't. This doesn't fix what you've done.
Tomo's like, I know this doesn't fix what I've done. I can't fix what I've done, but I can sure as hell try to fix myself. And then he just kind of like...
Henderson sort of presses his lips together and nods slowly.
He's like... Tomo's like, Henderson, at some point you just start to measure your life based on what you've done. And because of this, if I were to measure my life based on what I've done, I would consider myself a really, really terrible person. And I feel like if it were up to a judge, I would probably be dead. And I feel like I still should be because of everything I've done, but there's nothing I can do about that.
Dead people don't fix anything.
What does Henderson mean by this? I mean, like, a little confused. Me as
dying doesn't solve anything. Like,
oh, okay.
If you're guilty, that's not going to fix anything that you've done.
Okay. Tomo's like, yeah, I know, but just based on all the stuff I've done and basically everything that I have been, I feel like I still should be, but I'm not going to dwell on that. He just kind of like gives Henderson like a straight face, and then he's just like, I just want to make it up to you. I'm going to start being who I was before any of this happened. Not a kid, mind you, but just what I should have been. I should have been it should have been someone like you, Henderson. Nice, respectable man.
He sort of runs a hand through his hair. He's like, I'm an accountant from Seattle. Don't.
It's almost like I would have done that over being what I have been. I would have taken anything.
It's not so easy to change who you are, but I mean, you can try. You directly hurted Theo and put us in danger last night. That's not just going to go away.
Wait, how did Tomo do that?
Well, does he know how he did that?
Well, what did he do? Oh, okay. With the wisp came out of the room.
Because the
Oh,
lights
right.
weren't on, that you
Okay.
directly, like, you fought Henderson to be allowed
Okay.
to go alone and turn on the lights, and then you ran away without doing it, and they had to
Okay.
go down by themselves.
Okay. Tomo does not know that, so he just kind of like looks really confused and he's like, "What?"
you you were you weren't listening. I told you we should go together, and you insisted that you would go alone to turn on the lights. Uh, you couldn't take half a second to do that before running down to help Natalie, and you left us. And the wisp got into the hallway because of that.
Tomo
You
just Tomo just
your actions aren't you can't just make up for that. Theo is hurt, and
Tomo just kind of like he doesn't look angry. It's just kind of like one of those like sad angry looks. He's just like, God damn it. He just kind of like freaking puts his face in his hands. He's just like, oh my fucking god. He's just like, oh my god. You see why I wanted to. You see that this is why I wanna. This is why I want to be different. I don't want this to happen.
and Henderson's like, yeah, that's a goal.
Okay, Tomo kind of like giggles because of like the way he said that.
And Henderson frowns.
He's just like, I'm sorry, Henderson, just the way you said that. I couldn't help myself, but I believe me, this isn't something I can do on my own, and I expect a lot of you people here to steer me on the right course. And probably what I would say would probably have to be like you and Natalie the most helping me out because, well, you're the ones giving me orders.
Tomo just listening because Helling's told you to and you're scared of him isn't what I want.
Well, then what do you want?
I don't know. Just he's like, it's not like I said, actions have to count, not whatever you say is on the inside. He sort of swallowed. He's been having a hard time being this assertive, but he's kind of mad about last night. So
Well, I can imagine. Tomo's mad about last night too. Tomo's like, believe me, I'm just as upset as you are about last night. You think it's okay for me to be doing this when I'm aware that I'm doing this. Sal smacked me back into what I should have been. Kind of smacked me back into reality, Henderson. Even though I hate the fact that he literally just punched me in the face, I can't thank him enough because now I see freaking exactly what I was.
I don't think necessarily what you did with the punching was anything wrong, or what he did. So I just
Well, he's like, no, I'm not talking about him punching me. I'm talking about I can't thank Sal enough for punching me in the face.
and he's like, well, you can go thank him for that, but
He's like,
just
I definitely will at some point.
don't. You need to. I'm not. He sort of. He's I. I'm fine, Tomo. Just keep. You gotta prove it if you want me to believe any of this.
Tomo
Eh,
literally just looks up like immediately when he says prove it, and he's just like,
Not 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 by killing yourself.
Tomo's like,
Not
I'm not going to do that. He's like, believe me, I won't do
you.
that. Doing
It's
that won't
you.
doing that won't solve anything.
You were saying 5 minutes ago that you wished you were dead.
He's
So
like he's like, well, I should have been, but it doesn't mean I still want to be here. I still want to be here, Henderson. I mean, I do care about you guys. I mean, he just kind of like freaking clears his throat.
he's like, all right.
And he's like, Henderson, what do I have to do? Just
I I don't know. Don't I've
he's just like, you don't understand. I need to prove to you that I can be like a reasonable person and a person that can be trusted.
don't just if you I can't tell you any one thing that you have to do, Tomo. It's not a thing. It's you. I don't want a thing to happen. I want.
It's not me, it's you. It's mostly you. That was out of character, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, because that'd be just like, that would be like the biggest douchebag thing for Tomo to do in that case. Like, no, it's not me, it's you, Anderson. But like, Henderson, like, he's just like, yeah, I know. He's just like, I just kind of need to just, I would guess, just, how do I word this? He just kind of sits there for a minute trying to think. And then he's just like, I, I don't know. Just, I'm going to try my best, and that self-imposed rule I had, I'm gonna stay by that. Like, there won't
Oh,
be more of those. Like, if somebody is giving me the option to freaking kill a wisp, I'm not gonna do it.
I'm.
He's
I
just
don't.
like, I'm not gonna kill anything else.
Don't enjoy it. You may have to. I mean, I ran over some mimics when I was protecting my family, but it's not the thing that you did. It's how you did it.
It's almost just like, yeah, like really quietly, he's just like, yeah. He's just hearing Henderson talk about his family just gets him like, oh God, I want to save your family so bad. He's just like, believe me, it may have seemed like I enjoyed that, but I really didn't. Even though, yes, technically, if you think about it, I did, but me, right now, the person you are talking to at this very moment, I did not.
You are the same person you were in that room, Tomo. You can't
He's
just absolve yourself of the parts that you think people don't like.
he's just like, yeah, I guess so. And you're just kind of like, I mean, at this point, he's not getting frustrated that like Henderson is not like
Henderson has kind of
understanding.
latched onto the I can't control my actions bit of Tomo, so he's not really trusting anything Tomo's saying about promising to, shape up. He's like, he's not gonna come out and say that because he's a baby.
You should just suck it up, Henderson. Say it to his face. At this point, Tomo wouldn't do anything. He'd just be like, "Yeah, I know."
Oh, he's not gonna do that. He's not who he is.
I know.
He's not gonna beat Tomo into the ground yet.
What did Henderson say, by the way? I like totally got.
He said you can't just ignore the parts of you that you don't like.
Tomo's like,
It's still you. I mean, it still affects.
Tomo's like, yeah, I understand. And he just kind of like looks at one of the bookshelves to take his mind off like the frustration he has right now. And then he's just like, I don't know what I have to do. I don't really know what to do right now. But if there's anything I can do right now to just make it seem like you can believe me, I'll definitely do something.
I'm not gonna tell you anything specific, Tomo. I'm just think before you act sometimes.
This is totally a freaking dad speech. Oh my god.
Like he doesn't want to tell Tomo like a specific thing and promise that it'll make him believe him because that's not true.
This is a straight up dad conversation. God. Just the way he's wording these things is totally something a real dad would say. I mean, at this point, Tomo, and like because Henderson's giving him such like an actual stern talking to, and like Helling's like threatening him. I mean, at this point, he's just Tomo's like okay, like I wouldn't say he's like enjoying how he's getting talked to like this because he's not. He's frustrated because Henderson is not listening, really. But I mean,
he's listening. He's just getting a different message out of it. The Tomo intends. I'm crazy. Okay, you're crazy.
Tomo was just like, yeah, you're not understanding, and then Henderson's like, yeah. But I mean, Tomo respects the fact that Henderson is like, I wouldn't say caring, just like he's doing so much right now, like verbally, to make it seem like he cares. Just kind of like Tomo just is like, yeah, I mean, I didn't really, before all this, I didn't want to kill anything, and I still don't. And he's just like, now I'm just gonna be like, if anyone wants me to kill anything, I'm just gonna have Sal do it or something, because I don't want to do it anymore. It just reminds me of everything I did, and I just don't want to be reminded of that every single day.
Henderson nods.
He's like,
you want to join in?
Hmm?
Huh?
Sal, do you want to pop in here?
Well, I mean, would it make sense?
Well, it depends.
Well, I
Is
mean,
Sal actually around?
You already
alive?
have your role play of when he went to visit before this.
Yeah, well,
that was like.
I finished it while you guys were doing this, so if Nick would have to read it to know how Tomo actually feels about it.
Okay, I will look at that.
Is it before or after this?
It's before.
Okay.
It's breakfast. This is like probably midday.
And lemons is at night.
Come get Bastet from.
Oh yeah, that's why I said meows in the back. I heard someone's cat meow.
Yes, that's me. That's my cat. It's always my cat.
That is our temporary best day.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, so literally Sal just outed after hearing that Tomo wanted Sal to just kill him if like he went nuts.
Basically, you put Sal in a very awkward position.
Literally the
just
last
like you
line.
just put Henderson. Yeah.
The last line is Sal took a deep breath and walked out of the room.
I didn't say anything in response, basically.
So yeah, Sal
So,
could literally
even
walk
if
in.
Sal walked in, wouldn't he just like look at the two of them like
Walk back
in
out.
this deep, intense conversation and walk out? Yeah.
Basically. All right, Cannon. Sal walks by, looks at this deep, intense conversation. Here's Tomo say if anything needs to be killed, Sal will do it. Smiles a little bit and then walks on.
Oh my god.
Could Sal just like
Anything
make
needs to be
could,
killed, like me.
could
That's
Sal
what
just
Sal
like
does.
make a noise to like know that like that so that Tomo knows or something, or are you not gonna do that?
You could
He
perception
laughs.
check.
He chuckles.
Oh my god. Tomo like looks behind him and he just sees Sal laughing, and then he just like walks away, and Tomo just kind of like puts his face into his hand. He's just like, oh my fucking god. He's like, what are the fucking odds? He's just
yeah.
like, anyways.
Pretty good in this house. It's not that big.
Well, oh jeez, Henderson.
He's an accountant. He knows how.
Technically, it would be about 34%.
He was almost an actuary.
Oh jeez.
So no, I don't think anyone heard it because this is when everyone was talking over him. But someone was like, "Yeah, that might cause us to die," and he was like, "Technically, we're all slowly dying anyways."
Oh my
my
lord.
God.
I don't think anyone heard that, but
I don't remember hearing
When was that?
I think it was in the briefing for the first mission.
Yeah, I don't.
He was being talked over.
Or when they all met.
So, anyways, Tomo's just like, what are the odds? Like after he's like, I'm just gonna have Sal kill everything because I don't want to kill anything else. Like Henderson nodded, and then he's
Yeah.
just like, anyways.
That was almost Arthur there.
Yeah, it was.
Anyway,
What are the fucking odds?
God fucking damn it, Henderson!
Oh my god.
Cannon.
Really? Okay. Alright, anyways, back on track. So, like, Tomo's just like, anyways. He's just like, I never believed in violence. And I still don't want to. I don't really want to do anything involving violence anymore. Unless I have to.
Good.
Oh my lord, the Hender awkwardness.
He doesn't know what to say. This,
Tomo,
He's just like,
just leave now.
the fact that you would have to be talking to someone about when it's okay to kill a monster, a literal monster or not, is like,
This entire situation sounds super awkward.
yeah.
Henderson's like, go away, please.
Yeah, basically. Take the hit, Tomo.
Henderson probably is gonna go from like whatever he has now on his relationship chart to just like dislike.
No.
Like,
Concern.
Jesus, you need to give me some space.
Oh my god.
No, I think he's probably gonna stick with the deep concern. Lost Andrew.
She's recording, isn't she?
Oh,
Hello.
Sister.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, you're still here.
I lost the music for the room.
What'd you miss? What's the last thing you heard?
The last thing I heard was, me saying, "Oh, Tomo, go away," and pretty much that.
Yeah,
Okay,
okay,
well, I'm not
discussion on taking the
He was
hit.
just like, Tomo was like, I don't want to resort to violence. Henderson's like, good.
Okay, yep.
Yes. Yeah. That's.
Is the
So that's
recording?
basically the last thing. So then Tomo's just like,
Wait, is the recording up again?
Huh? Yeah, it is still recording. It
Oh,
records
okay,
like
sorry.
even when I DC, so it just kind of
Okay.
records silence.
Okay, go on.
okay, so Tomo's just like, I didn't really mean to tell you everything, but seeing is that I feel like I disappointed you the most because you kept telling me not to do everything, and here I went and did everything you told me not to do. I thought I might as well just like apologize and try and make this better, but clearly it's not working. And he's just kind of like,
And he's like, I'm glad you apologized.
he's like, yeah, no problem.
Henderson nods.
At this point, Tomo's just like, as much as I want to talk about this more, I don't. I really don't. I seen you were just looking at something, and I'll let you get back to that. It's just like I didn't.
okay.
I didn't mean to make this all. I didn't mean to do this.
It's fine. I'm glad you talked with me.
He's like, don't worry about it. I'll be doing a lot more of this with everybody.
Henderson nods. He's struggling. He's not.
He's like, get out of here!
And probably at this
Let me
point,
get back to my
And
books, Tomo.
Still screaming.
probably at this point, like, because Tomo kept like looking down and all that, probably a lot of hairs in his eyes.
Oh, I thought you meant like a lot of hair was on the floor. I was like, oh, gee, you
So
bald in there?
so he just like pushes it out of the way, and like because it like is defying gravity at this point, like because it's just like because hair can be a real douche sometimes. It just goes right back to where it was, and then Tomo just makes a frustrated sound. That he's just like, I need to get this shit cut. And he just kind of like gets up, and just like walks out.
Okay. Bye.
Ba, ba, ba.
He just kind of Tomo just kind of like puts a hand up like for a goodbye. Like he has one hand in his pocket and then one just like gets raised up.
Don't you forget about me.
Don't.
Don't you. Okay, sorry.
Crazy.
So that's probably it.
Henderson sort of like puts both hands like on the sides of his head and has this big giant like sigh, and then he sits down and
Oh,
thinks.
Oh.
I'm
He's
shade.
got stuff to think about.
He's probably still gonna go to Hellings.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna go. Do you guys know we have an assassin in our group?
What
Like
the
a little-
hellings is going on around here? Hey.
I'm scared for this interaction now because I'm afraid Hellings is just gonna be like, so you've killed someone, yes?
Impressive.
And then he's just like, yeah, I did. And then Hellings is like, don't do it again.
Don't.
And if you do it here, I will cut off your hand.
Hand. Kill
Both
someone,
hands.
you're gonna come as a hand. I freaking expect him to
Well,
kill him.
He'd probably be like, he'd probably say that, and then he'd be like, wait a second. Both your hands.
Two hands for the price of one.
Ah.
One hand.
Two hands.
Two hands.
Okay. So I think this is a fine place to stop the recording.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yes,